What is up, guys? I am Solid Jake, and this is a Rehgar Hero Spotlight. We're going to talk about the various abilities that he has, and he's in fact the newest hero in Heroes of the Storm. Blizzard just added this support to the alpha about a week and a half ago, and I'm finally back from Comic-Con, so we're making this video now. Jumping right on into his abilities, he has Chain Heal, Lightning Shield, Earthbind Totem, Bloodlust, and Ancestral Healing. Now you're saying this sounds a lot like a Warcraft 3 Shaman, and that's very, very true. So the Chain Heal, if you don't know what it's like, it creates a healing wave that jumps between allies, so you cast it on one target and will hit 2 more. So it's basically like a triple heal throughout your allies. It's not as strong as Uther's single target heal, but it does more across the board and has a lot of nice uses. And you can heal your mercenaries, or your minions and mercenaries with it as well. So it's actually sometimes useful to do that, and it does it automatically, so you don't have to say, all right, I want to hit these 3 targets. All right, he's bored, so we're gonna keep going. Lightning Shield, it actually does damage to any enemy around you. Now you can cast this on minions, you can cast this on yourself or allies, and it just has little balls of lightning floating around the character that will do damage. You can do a lot of talents to buff this, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Earthbind Totem, it's a AoE slow around a totem, so you place it. You can use this to ward in the bush, you can use this to, just have some more presence on the map, to secure kill somebody trying to get away, or to get away yourself. His Ghost Wolf is one of the best parts about this character, because it is a instant cast wolf that you can do in combat. It says this is unable in combat in the tooltip. The tooltip is wrong. You can use this at any point in time. It is instant cast, and by getting hit, you don't get knocked out of it either. So unlike a mount where you get knocked off your mount, you cannot be knocked out of Ghost Wolf, and it's actually really, really strong. So you can actually Lightning Shield yourself. Ghost Wolf, he's really annoyed. He's really annoyed. And Bloodlust, of course, is his first heroic. This is a pretty short radius around him. You use Bloodlust and you buff up all your allies, and you guys get the increased movement speed and attack speed to really just rip apart your opponents in a team fight. And Ancestral Healing is the strongest single target heal in the entire game. It says heals an allied health to full. That is the original tooltip. That's before they changed it, which is actually prior to them even putting him out. They talked about him in the Developer Insights video a few weeks ago that Blizzard puts out on their Twitch channel. And that was the original build, but they realized that healing someone like Diablo and Stitches to full is too strong. So I actually don't know the exact number on this, but it is not to full, I can tell you that much. So let's hop on in and take a look at all these abilities and see what they actually look like. Alright, so we'll look at his talents in a moment. Let's just show off all the abilities really quick. So we're going to toggle the minions. We're going to hide the talents. So you can see his totem. You put the totem down, you can put that in the grass, and it pulsates around him. You can hear that orcish chanting. It's pretty awesome, very Warcraft. And he definitely has a lot of quotes that go straight to Warcraft. You can see his melee, and when you put the Earthbind, or the Earth Shield around him, Lightning Shield, it turns into Earth Shield later in the game, but Lightning Shield on him, it does a decent amount of damage to the enemies around him. Nothing extreme, but it really does help. He can actually solo knights relatively well later in the game. And you can see the Chain Heal will bounce around. I'll show that one more time, clear the cooldowns. Wait for some dudes to take some damage. And Chain Heal, yeah, bounces around. Got him a little bit. Not the strongest single target heal, but there's a lot of things you can spec to make that better. So we got Lightning Shield, we have Earthbind Totem, and we have Chain Heal. Now, remember, his mount is one of my favorite parts of the character. It doesn't matter where you are, you can be in combat. Let's get shot by the tower. He doesn't want to shoot me. And now we're in combat, and we're getting the hell out of here. Really nice quick escape. Heal up, and now we're fine. So if we go and look at our talents, you can reduce the mana on your Chain Heal, which is really good because Rehgar actually suffers from a lot of mana problems. You can actually get the increased 25% damage on your next 3 basic attacks when you have the shield on you. This is a lot of synergy if you're playing with an Illidan on your team, because you put that on Illidan or Vala or someone that really is basic attack oriented more than ability power oriented, and it makes them terrifyingly strong, because not only is it doing damage around them, but they're doing additional bonus damage for their next 3 basic attacks. So that's really good if you have a partner like Illidan on your team. Now, the Colossal Totem is actually very good as well, because increasing basically the size and the health of your totem is really nice, because totem, you can get basically a root on it at level 16, which is really nice. Healing Totem, I personally don't grab it. I don't think it's very good. But we're going to grab the Empowering Charge for the first talent in this game. We're just going to level up a bunch right here so we can grab all of our abilities. Artho is going to get really strong, that's fine. Alright, we just need to get to 20. There we go, 20. So at the next level, I like to grab Chain Reaction. The other viable option, I mean, Farsight is nice. It's nice to have. But the nice thing about Chain Reaction is really his heals aren't that strong. And you want to buff his heals as much as you can. So when you grab this, you first put your shield on and then you heal. It does additional healing. You can see that was a pretty significant heal on the single target. It's going to do more to the person that has the chain or the lightning shield on them. Than it is going to do the other people it hits. It only gives a bonus to the person that has lightning shield on them, but it still makes the heal stronger, more significant, and lets you really target someone to do that. And you can see the synergy here. You get Earth Shield on Rehgar, and this makes it so that your lightning shield becomes Earth Shield, and now it also gives a shield which will absorb damage. So you give it to him, you can see the blue there, he's got 2 bars of shield, and while that's on him, I can heal him up, he's at full health, but it would do the additional healing. So there's a lot of synergy between the Earth Shield and the increased healing at our second tier here, level 4, or level 7, I'm sorry. No, it is level 4, I'm a fool. Where you get the chain heal lightning allies. So, jumping to level 10, I'm going to grab Bloodlust this game because it's super fun. It's got a great animation, and if we look at it here, it pops up your allies near you, you get the emblem above your head, and the increased movement and attack speed. You can see you move pretty quick. And if you're trying to secure a kill, I mean, it's good for that, but it's a pretty small radius. I mean, if I clear the cooldown, that's within radius there, but from here, it is not. He's got it still up because it hasn't worn off yet, but... Oh, maybe it did hit him. There we go. Yeah, so that's about the radius available. You can see how significant the heal is there once again. So here we are at level 13. Level 13, you can get the healing surge, which I think is fine, but again, Rehgar has some mana issues. I mean, I haven't cast that many spells. Bloodlust, I don't think costs that much, 125 mana. But really, he does have mana issues, especially in a match where you're having a lot of team fights and initiations. So I pretty much grab Stormcaller, like, no matter what, every single game. When it comes to level 16, though, the Lightning Bond is actually pretty nice, because you get the shield when you cast it on someone else. I'm not going to grab it just because it's a pain to cycle through things, because I grab the Earthbind Totem. It gives you increased cast range, so it makes it have a much wider area in which you can cast it. And the initial, when you plant it down, the initial slow that it gives becomes a 1-second root. So you can slam it down on a group of enemies that are trying to escape and secure them in place, which is really nice for setups of wombo combos or anything like that. You can put that down and lock people into maybe a Maw from Zagara or whatever. And even just for getting away, it helps so much. It makes such a big deal. Even the range alone is so nice because you can just throw it down in the bushes if you're trying to figure out, throw it over the lane to see if the enemies are there, with no risk. It just has a ton of synergy, and definitely would go with that at level 16. And when it comes to level 20, I always get the Gladiator's War Shout because that makes your Bloodlust map wide, and it actually buffs all your minions. These guys didn't get it. You can see them moving faster now. They got bigger. They're moving faster. They don't get the emblems above their head, but it's a lot of fun. Throw the totem down. That's that. So yeah, Rehgar is a ton of fun. You can actually give him the shield and then hop in the Ghost Wolf form and run around and clear minions. It's a lot of fun to do that on when you have minions cursed on Cursed Hollow. You just throw your shield on yourself and just run by the 1 health minions and just slaughter them all as you push through. He's just a really fun character. You can play him aggressive, that's for sure. There's a lot of aggressive builds that are viable, especially when you pair him with somebody like Illidan, like I said earlier. But he's also a very strong healer as well. He's got a ton of sustain, and a lot of people compare his heals to someone like Uther. Now, he doesn't have the strong single-target heals like Uther, but he's got the multi-target heals. He's just very, like, middle of the road. He feels a lot better. Tyrana's very good, but he feels like, a lot more, like, middle of the road than a lot of the other supports, because when you play Uther, I mean, you're a healer. I mean, you're just a healer, straight up. But same thing with Malfurion. Yeah, he has some nice offensive capability, but ultimately he's a healer. But Rehgar, you can definitely switch on the heat with an ally, and it becomes like a terrifying duo, and they can dish out a lot of damage. And he's one of the few healers that can really solo mercenary camps quickly and effectively. So that's my Rehgar Hero Spotlight. Hope you guys learned a bit, and I will definitely be doing a match where I do probably do one match where I do an offensive build, and I'll do a defensive, more support build as well. So look out for those, and thanks for watching. Take care.